Iran's air defense systems were deployed in multiple parts of the country early Friday morning after reports of explosions near the airport in Isfahan province, amid rapidly escalating tensions with Israel, according to state media. On Friday, there were also reported explosions in Iraq and Syria. What happened and when? Iran fired air defense batteries in multiple provinces and shot down 3 small drones over the central city of Isfahan, according to state media reports. The reports came hours after U.S. media reported that senior U.S. officials said Israeli missiles had hit an Iranian site.
Were used to shoot down unknown flying objects at a low altitude.
We also understand that the air defense systems over the city of Tabriz in the northwestern part of Iran were also activated, Al Jazeera's Dorsa Jabari said, reporting from Tehran. Flights were suspended in various regions, including the capital city of Tehran and Isfahan, but about 4 hours later they were resumed and there were no reports of casualties. At 4:45, 01:15 GMT, we heard gunshots. There was nothing going on, a reporter from Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency said. It was the air defense, these guys that you're watching, and over there too. Explosions were also reported in Iraq and Syria, with Iranian state media saying that multiple military-related sites in Syria were targeted. Syria's state-run Sana news agency said that at approximately 2:55 a.m. at 23:25 GMT. On Friday, the Israeli enemy launched an aggression with missiles. Israel targeted Syria's air defense sites in the southern region. The aggression led to material losses. This escalation comes less than a week after Iran launched more than 300 missiles and drones at Israel in response to a suspected Israeli strike on the Iranian embassy compound in Syria on April 1st that killed 7 members of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, IRGC. Tensions between Iran and Israel have soared amid Israel's ongoing war on Gaza. Where is Isfahan and where did the attacks take place? 3 explosions were heard near Khajavaristan city in Isfahan province, close to the province's airport and an army air base. Isfahan, located in the center of Iran, hosts the country's uranium conversion facility in the southeastern Zerdenjan area. Additionally, the Natanz uranium enrichment site is also located within the province. Isfahan also hosts a significant Iranian airbase that hosts Iran's aging fleet of U.S.-made F-14 Tomcats, which were purchased prior to the 1979 Islamic Revolution. The region of Syria that was targeted is directly west of Isfahan, approximately 1,500 kilometers and 930 miles away, and to the east of Israel. In Iraq, the area affected was not immediately clear. Did Israel attack Iran? Suggested that there was no evidence yet of a foreign hand in the attacks. Instead, some unconfirmed Iranian media reports suggested that the strikes were potentially launched using small quadcopters, essentially unmanned, autonomously operated helicopters. Israel has not commented on the attacks yet. U.S. broadcasters quoted American officials as saying that Israeli missiles had hit Iran. According to a report by CNN, the U.S. was given advance notification of the strike but didn't greenlight it. However, according to some analysts, regardless of the extent of the damage, the suspected strike sends a message to Iran about the vulnerability of its security. Isfahan is deep within the country, which, according to Hamidreza Azizi, visiting fellow at the German Institute for International and Security Affairs, could indicate Israel's intelligence and operational access, regardless of whether the origin of the attack was internal or external. In a news conference, Italy's Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani said the U.S. government told the G7 grouping of nations it was informed at the very last minute by Israel about the attack. But there was no sharing of the attack by the U.S., it was a mere information. What is Israel saying? Israel has not claimed responsibility for the attack, and the military has not commented either. The strike was intended to signal to Iran that Israel has the ability to reach Iran with its weapons, and it was carefully calibrated. However, the attack in Iran revealed divisions within Israel. Far-right Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir suggested in a social media post that the suspected Israeli strike on Iran was weak. Ben-Gvir has been calling for a harsh military response after Iran's retaliatory attack against Israel on April 13th. What have been the reactions so far? From Germany and Russia to Japan and Egypt, countries across the globe urged for de-escalation after the suspected Israeli strike in Iran. In the region, Oman said it condemned the Israeli attack, while it also denounced Israel's repeated military attacks in the region, and statement said. Egypt said it was deeply concerned about an escalation of hostilities between both countries. Jordan's Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi said Israeli-Iranian retaliations must end, warning against the danger of regional escalation. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen urged caution to prevent further intensification of conflict in the Middle East. In China, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said China has noted the relevant reports and opposes any actions that further escalate tensions. In Russia, the Kremlin stated that it was examining reports of Israel's alleged attack and called on both parties to exercise restraint. Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshimasa Hayashi said, Japan is deeply concerned about the situation in the Middle East and strongly condemn any actions that lead to the escalation of the situation. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken stated that the U.S. didn't participate in any offensive operations. In Capri, Italy, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that the G7 nations were committed to working for a de-escalation in the region. Germany's Lufthansa airline said it has suspended its flights to Tel Aviv until Saturday morning and will avoid flying through Iraqi airspace due to the security situation in the region.